What's going on, everybody? This is episode 702 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And I want to apologize that the episode is a little bit later than usual. I am working on something in this room. The guys who are on my gaming channel, I think they will really like what I'm working on in here. I kind of got it set up all the way. Just got to get some cords and stuff out of the way because I got all these consoles and stuff in here. The gaming consoles. So once I get that together, I'm gonna have that video up on my other channel. So hopefully that will be awesome and people will enjoy it. But nevertheless, a little bit of inside baseball there. But going on over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And we're going to talk a little bit of Kyler Murray. Oh, well, Kyler Murray plays for the Arizona Cardinals. Why would we talk about him? It's because the Atlanta Falcons play Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals this upcoming Sunday. And what needs to be done? Falcons need to contain Kyler Murray. They did a poor job of doing that with Josh Dobbs. And we're going to talk and see if they can contain him, because this could be a nightmare for the Atlanta Falcons and also for Coach Arthur Smith. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I am also on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. And I want to thank you guys for the support. You guys have been absolutely awesome. If you don't mind at this moment, go ahead and hit the like button if you're just getting here. And it helps with the show and it helps it grow. We're getting closer to 1,500 subs on YouTube. We're also doing really good on Anchor and Spotify. I think on average, we're almost up to like 70 or 85. I think it was either 70 or 85. I didn't look. 70 to 85 viewers daily. And that's actually really good. And I'm really thankful for that. If you want to follow me on X or Twitter, is at VF Baller, and the website is firstandframerates.com. If you want to support the show as well, the CashApp and link, the PayPal link is below in the description. All right. The Falcons, the Falcons are going to have to try their best to contain Kyler Murray. He's going to be the X factor of this game. Yeah, I know that we have all the weapons in the world for the Falcons. We have all the weapons. I mean, we have a lot of good guys that can play. A couple of them are injured, but we still have a potent team. Even with the quarterback issues, if the play calling is not the best, we still should be able to be in this game. The problem is being in this game isn't enough. The Cardinals should get punished in this game. We are the better team. But it's one person we really have to worry about. It's this kid right here that's on the screen. Kyler Murray has not been the best player overall since he's been, on his team, since he's been, in the, in NFL. I think he's been hurt, or he just didn't show up when they made it to the postseason or close to the postseason. The Cardinals kind of just fold. And even though he's a short guy and very short guy, and he got a kind of stature about him, he's very athletic and he can move around. And the Falcons are going to have a problem trying to get this kid to the ground. I mean, it's kind of like a Warwick Dunn situation. Any of you Falcons fans will know. Warwick Dunn was a running back that really was hard to take down because you really didn't see him in the backfield until it was too late. With Kyler Murray, you're not going to see him in the backfield too much at all. Yes, he's a little bit shorter. They're going to have to create some windows for him, and hopefully with that should give us some type of advantage with our pass rush to get at him. Now, with that being said, if they try to go at him directly, he can move around. We saw what happened with Josh Dobbs last week. This kid can move around, and that could be a really big problem. But really, that's probably our best bet, is to actually try to contain him, keep him in the pocket, and beat us with his arm. Can he do that? I'm not really sure if he can. I think that will be the best part, the best thing the Falcons can do. Don't try to run at him directly, because he can get out of situations. He can create plays. He can extend plays. And if you just try to contain him in the pocket, that will probably be the best bet. I think I remember one year the Falcons when we had Michael Vick, and I think Coach Belichick tried this one time, or I think he tried it with Michael Vick just to contain him, keep him in the pocket, don't rush him, make him feel like he has to stay in the pocket. But for the most part, I think it worked. It worked pretty well against us at one point. But with that being said, this is a whole new era. Football nowadays is a little bit different. You get receivers that can be open a little bit more. There are a lot more holding calls, I believe, that are that are being called. So you're going to have a situation. I'm talking about defensive code, and that is. So there are going to be some times where they're going to get some calls. You know, I mean, that's just how it is. It's always seemed like that. But with Kyler Murray, he could find a way to sneak out of the pocket and make some plays. And it's a possibility this kid could probably run for 50, 60 yards, probably more than that coming into this game Sunday. You know, I don't think the Falcons have too many issues when it comes to actually playing football outside of the play calling. And I know that's a really big thing, but outside of that, the defense plays good. You know, when the play calling is right, we can march down the field. We saw how we did with Tyler Algier. We saw how we done it with other times throughout the year. So we just need to get the play calling right. Outside of that, our defense should be good enough to contain the Cardinals to the point we should win this game. But containing Kyler Murray is another thing. If he's going to beat us with his legs, you know, all bets are off. They're probably going to beat us. But if he has to beat us with his arm, we have a chance. So I don't think that the Cardinals, per se, collectively are going to have enough weapons to contain us or to beat us. But with Kyler Murray's movement around on the field, that's going to be a problem to, you know, for the Falcons. And like I said, that's going to be the reason why these guys are basically going to be they could be victorious. He's really going to be he's literally the X factor of this game. So it's not much to really talk about when it comes to like what all needs to be done for the Falcons to win. There's not much to talk about when it comes with a pregame. It's all about stopping this kid. I know James Conner is a pretty good running back, but I mean, you know, really our defense is really good. As long as we keep them rested on the sideline, we can sustain some drives. The defense can make some things happen. So it's not really, that's not really an issue. The real issue is just the Falcons just need to find a way to call plays to sustain drives. And I know I saw Brian Finneran on Twitter. I know some people will probably say something about that. Brian Finneran on Twitter did show some good plays that the Falcons did draw up. And I'm not going to sit here and say every play that the Falcons have ran is bad. No, that's not true. I mean, that's not even realistic to even think that way or think that could happen. You know, the Falcons, they do have some plays in their play calling that actually work. But the problem is they run certain plays at the most inopportune time. They'd be like, what is going on? You know what I mean? It's like that type of stuff has to go away. And it's and it's not, excuse me. And it's gotten to the point where it costs us games. And I'm not going to stay much longer. I'm going to close with this for the most. I'm just going to close with this. Like really, with this aspect, those plays that cost us games are going to end up costing Coach Arthur Smith his job. They can't lose to this team. It's a high possibility that they could, and I just talked about how is that possible, but they can't lose to this team. They can't go 4-6. You know, just to win 10 games now, you got to go 6-2. Can they? I'm not sure, but if they would. It has to start with this game. You don't want to go into the bye week with the loss. You just don't. I mean, it's just a really bad look, and it just sets a bad precedent for the rest of the team. Because I mean, look, after this, you're going in the bye, and you have to play the Saints. Albeit you're going to be home, but you're going to be playing the Saints. You know, it's just not. You just don't want to be in that position. You know, so I think. Containing Kyler Murray, can they contain Kyler Murray? I'm not 100% sure about that. But what I will say is they're going to have to, because if they don't, they're going to be traveling back to Atlanta, and they're going to have a whole week, an extra week of us talking about the problems with the Falcons. You're going to be 10 games in and 2 games below 500. Coaching change it would not be a bad. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm already checked out on the coach. And I'll be honest with you, I really am. I don't see nothing extra from this coach at this point. I mean, if he does good, great. Prove me wrong, please. That helps the Falcons. If you prove me wrong, that'll make me happy if you do. But you gotta get this game. Got to. If you like this commentary, hit the like button. Share this podcast. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think. Can the Falcons contain Kyler Murray? Can they? I'm not sure, man. I really don't think they can. You know, I mean, I'm like 50-50. You know, you saw what they did with Josh Dobbs. The defense they're capable, but you gotta sustain drives on offense and keep him. Really, the best thing you have to do is keep this kid on the sideline. Let's sustain some, 10, 11, 12, 14 play drives. Keep him on the sideline and let the defense stay rested and ready for him. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble, also on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. I appreciate you guys. We are 702 episodes in. Shout out to everybody who started out with me, the DJs, the Bills of the world. Those two guys they're awesome. They started this thing out with me up to almost 200 episodes, 230 episodes. But the last 470, man, you guys have been rocking with me, and I really appreciate it. I really, really thank y'all a lot. Everybody who's been around since day one, I really appreciate you guys as well. And I can't do it without y'all. I really can't. I could be followed on Twitter or X at VF Baller. The website is firstandframerates.com. And if you want to, give support, Cash App and PayPal links are below. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I got to go. All right, y'all. You have a good one. Y'all take it easy. And y'all be blessed. Peace.